What's up, YouTube? We're back again. We got a 2011 R350, the van. Don't really see these too often, but this one has been here before. Today we're gonna just be doing a quick little service C on it, so it shouldn't be anything major. No repairs, no issues like that. Last time it was here is for a wheel speed sensor issue that was kind of intermittent, and we had to replace a couple of them, but after replacing a couple of the sensors, it was mainly the one in the front that was really giving the issues. So we're gonna take this thing apart, get it up in the air, and see what it's looking like. But it's just a quick oil change, some air filters, and then some cabin filters, and a bunch of checks on a bunch of other inspection items. I'm gonna clean all this up just like all the other cars. So let's get started. Alright, so we got the oil all drained out underneath. I'm going to start taking these plastics and air boxes off so we can change those out. While we got the air boxes off, I'm also going to pop out a couple of the spark plugs just to make sure that those are looking okay and don't need no replacing either. But yeah, let's start taking this apart. So one thing about this R350 is the air box can't come up because it has this big crossbar over the top of it. So it takes a little bit of extra time, but you just got to pop these two bolts off on this side, and then there's another two bolts on that side. Once this comes up out the way, you'll see that I'll have the room to, or the clearance to get this air box up out of here. But as of right now, this is where we're at. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that off. See, with that bar removed, I have enough room to where I can lift this up and then get it up out of there. It's a little bit different, but it's nothing too hard. So this is that piece that we had to remove, the little crossbar out the top. It just slides in there, and then like I said, it has the two bolts right here, two 13 mils, and then two other 13 mils right there. Then it has this one weird kind of bolt in the center. You'll see it, but I think it's like an E10 to pop that off, and it's just one little screw and it comes out, and then you can just slide this whole piece up out of there like we did. Alright, so we got the air box off out the way. You can see the coil packs are exposed now, so that'll give me enough room to where I can get in here and change, or not change, but check some of the spark plugs. I'm gonna check one on each side, that side and that side. Over here I got the air box set up just on this cardboard. I'm gonna set up a little time lapse so you guys can watch me take that apart now. But yeah, let's do it. Alright, so we got the spark plugs checked out. We popped one out on this side and another one out on the passenger side. Both of them looked like they had a little bit of miles on them, but they still had a lot of life left. They weren't really dirty at all, so I just popped them back in. No need to replace those. Inspection of everything else around here looks pretty good. I don't see no valve covers leaking or no crazy coolant issues, no leaky hoses. The belt looks good. I'm gonna clean everything up a little bit before I start putting this air box back on, along with that crossbar that goes up there. But I just wanted to let you guys know where we're at. Still got to go in here and pop this oil filter out and replace that, and then refill it with the new engine oil since we drained it out earlier. But yeah, we're making progress. We're getting it done. Just a little bit more and we should be finishing up soon. Alright, so we got everything back together for the most part. I still got that one engine cover that goes right here, but I was going to wipe it all down and clean it up before I do put it back on. Right now you can see that all this is dusty as usual. Most cars are always like that. I'm going to clean it up along with the engine covers just to make everything look a lot better. Other than that, I still got to put the plastics on the bottom of the car. So once I finish up top, I'll be coming down here to button up the bottom with the plastics and take a look at all the suspension and a few other things before I finish up. This is where we're at right now. Alright, so we got the R350 back on the ground. I put the plastics onto the bottom of the car, finishing that off. While I was under there, I kind of looked around just to make sure that the suspension, the ball joints, tie rods, stuff like that was all in good condition. Thankfully, everything has checked out. There hasn't been any other maintenance items that need to be addressed right now. So I just cleaned up everything like I told you, all this plastics and all that, just to make it presentable for when the owner comes to pick this vehicle up. The service C is almost complete, but we do have one other thing to finish. It's the cabin filter. It's located in here. It's basically just a filter for the interior of the vehicle, just to make sure that the air is fresh. Sometimes you might get a funky smell. A lot of times it's from that cabin air filter that needs to be changed. It's not super hard to get to, thankfully. Sometimes they're in the glove box, but this one is located right there under the hood, so it should give us easy access to get in there. Let me see. This is the filter. It's just a cabin air filter, nothing crazy or special, but the filter for it. We're gonna take this. Let's go for one hand. So it comes with two of them. They just slide up in there. That's the part number if you guys have an R-Class, R350, R500, R63 even, but these are the cabin air filters. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw those on there. I'll probably set up a time lapse so you guys can just see how it's done, quick and easy. But yeah. These are old cabin filters that I took out. I just wanted you guys to see them so you can see It has an airflow. It only flows through the filter this way, so it catches all the dirty, nasty shit on this side. But you can see how there's leaves and dust and all types of stuff, kind of like the engine air filter. You wouldn't think that the cabin air filters get dirty, but sometimes they get even dirtier than this. So if you got some weird funky smells, it's a good chance that it's these cabin air filters. Isn't too hard to change, and it makes a huge difference. So check them out if you haven't already. So the R350 is just about done. I gotta finish up with one last thing. It's a scan. I just plug in my computer, start diagnostics, and scan it to make sure there's no hidden issues, no electrical codes or stuff like that going on, because there's a whole bunch of modules throughout this car inside, and sometimes you might not see an issue or a problem, but it's there. So once I scan it with my computer, I'll have a better idea of what the health of this van really is. But so far it's doing really well, no issues at all, thankfully, which is surprising because this has a lot of miles on it. It's in really good condition, even though it has high mileage. The owner takes really good care of this, as well as all his vehicles, so it's not surprising to see this one last so long. But can you guys guess how many miles is on this R350? Guess in the comments, let me know what you think. I'll let you know before this video is done. Alright, so we got her back on the ground, all buttoned up, all filled up. So that pretty much completes it for today, the service C on this beautiful R350. Thankfully there's no extras needed, no unseen problems. The scan came back good. There's no other issues, so this one's ready to go back to its owner and hit the road. For those of you wondering, the mileage on this is let me double check it so y'all can see it for yourself. Boom, over 200. So that just shows you that even if a car has high mileage, these Mercedes will keep on going as long as you do the maintenance on them. They're definitely solid, reliable cars. They all have their own issues, but even with those issues, they're really reliable cars, even up to high mileage like this one. But thank you guys for watching and tuning in once again. Gonna keep these episodes coming, so stay tuned for the next one. Probably gonna have AMG coming up here soon. Let me know in the comments what kind of cars you guys want to see me work on, what type of content you want me to be posting. I'll try to get that to you guys, because ultimately this is all for you guys. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your time, just taking the time to watch this out of your day. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you again soon.